Happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope you guys had a great day. It was a little rainy here in the DMV, but it's Monday nonetheless. And it's Dr. Terrellin coming to you today with some career tips. So just gonna wait a little bit. Getting settled here. Say hello, tell me where you're coming in from, and make sure you're giving StreamYard your permission to post your comments. So thank you for joining me. I may not see them all because sometimes StreamYard doesn't show them all. So I will respond to everyone after it's done. But I'll go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I thought I would come to you and talk about three main tips that for success at work, no matter what they are, success at work. So let's get into it. I'm Dr. Terrellin, your board certified family physician, speaker, author, and career transition coach. I help medical professionals make pivotal changes so that they can live a life of flexibility, freedom, and financial independence. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Terrellin. That's DrTerrallon. And you can get my free career tips at www.medicalcareerpivot.com. That's www.medicalcareerpivot.com. And I'm very excited. I have an upcoming book this summer called I Kissed Clinical Medicine Goodbye. So I am very excited to have some projects on the horizon. So look out for those and be sure to like and share because these are tips that are transferable for any job, for any career. So let's talk about it. Success at work. What do you need to be successful at work or in any career? First of all, I think we don't do this quite enough, but in any job, whether it's new or whether you're a seasoned employee, or even if you're a business owner, the number one thing that we need to do is continue to be curious and ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. So one thing that I think that happens, when it comes to asking questions is that we are afraid that we will look stupid or uneducated, especially if we think that it's something that we should know, or if we are afraid that sometimes we're afraid of what our colleagues may think, but never be afraid to ask questions. Employers have noted, or managers have noted, that generally those employees that ask the most questions tend to be the most effective and most productive because they will understand the job quickly and they've gotten all the details. So get in the habit of getting out of your head and stop worrying about what other people will think and ask questions. So somebody put in the chat, ask questions, remain curious. So that's number one. Remain curious, ask questions. That's success tip number one. Tip number two is make sure you're sharing your knowledge, especially if you work as part of a team. If you know something, it's for the betterment of your entire team that you share it. Now, I understand there's competition on a lot of jobs, and you may not want to share all the details. But in general, think about the big picture and what the task is at hand and what the overall goal is. If you are in an industry that provides a service to a client or a customer, and you work as part of a team, remember that you're only as strong as your weakest member. And so if you have knowledge that will empower your entire team and every member of your team, then you want to share that knowledge. If you have a skill that you can use to uplift that member or of a team or teach other members of your team, then it's important that you share that, because ultimately it will also, once your team is promoted or excels, that includes you. So tip number 2 is share the knowledge, share the wealth. Number 3 is leadership is not just um, reserved for those either in the C-suite or in management. Be a leader. So wherever you are, make sure that you are a leader in what you've been assigned to do. So know your job well, and sometimes it helps to know the jobs of others, especially if there's an absence or if someone else needs help. And all in all, it also helps make you more versatile and um, more marketable if you're learning the skills of others, because if there is an issue where someone has to be out, then your manager can tap you to jump in and help right away. So success tip number 3 is be a leader. And also, being a leader means not having to be told what to do and when to do it if you know that there is something that needs to be done. So if you see that there's a need, jump in and actually do it, or come up with a solution. Um, don't be one of those people who sees a problem, complains about it, and waits for other people to solve it. You are other people. So let's be a leader in your space. It doesn't mean that you have to have the title to actually be a leader. So let's review those success tips. Number 1, be curious, remain curious, and ask questions. Don't be afraid of what it looks like. Don't be afraid of um, what other people will think, because those who ask questions tend to be the most effective and most productive, because they understand what's at stake and is what the goal is. And they also tend to be great teachers for others. And also, being curious can help in relationships. In work relationships too. Sometimes you better understand, once you understand the job, you understand why your leadership is pushing you to do certain things and what is even needed for your colleagues. So that's what it means to remain curious, always asking questions, always wondering why we're doing things the way that we're doing things. Number 2, again, reviewing, share your knowledge. Your team needs you. If you have a skill or a strength, and can share that with the rest of your team members, then it's important, because you all will go far if you're sharing the knowledge. And as I said before, your team is only as strong as your weakest member. So make sure you're sharing the knowledge so that all of you can be promoted. And get the job done and serve your client or serve your customer as best you can. Number 3, as I said before, everybody can be a leader. You don't have to have the title. And in order to be a leader, recognize there's a problem, come up with a solution, and don't wait to be told to do it. Just jump in with both feet and both hands and start to do. And it also sets an example for your team. And with all of that, it raises morale, and everybody jumps in to help. So I hope that was helpful. I also read, here's a little bonus tip too. In order for you also to be successful and even happy at work, then another bonus tip is to find a friend, a best work friend. And because people who have a best work friend are 43% more likely to be more successful at work and receive praise and recognition for their work. And that tends to be because you have accountability and you enjoy your work. Because honestly, some jobs are made better by the people that you work with. So I challenge you to find that best work friend to help make your job a little easier, to help you look forward to going every day, and to provide some accountability when you need it. To say, hey girl, are you coming to work today? Or just someone to ask, to help you with the task if you perform the same task. And just to help you get through the day, because sometimes you need that. You actually spend a lot of time. Some of us spend a lot more time at work than we do with our families during the week. So with that, I hope this was helpful. Please like and share, as I said before. And this one was short and sweet. I'm Dr. Terrell, your board certified family physician, speaker, author, and coach. I help medical professionals make pivotal changes so that they can have careers that allow them freedom, flexibility, and financial independence. Follow me on all social media platforms at Dr. Terrellon. That's DrTerrallon. And you can get my free tips at www.medicalcareerpivot.com. That's www.medicalcareerpivot.com. And look for my upcoming book, I Kissed Clinical Medicine Goodbye, a guide for physicians who want to pivot to a non-clinical career. That's coming out sometime this summer. More details coming later. And I just thank you for all of your support. Continue to look for me. I'm going to try to be consistent on Mondays. If you're looking for coaching, career coaching, you can hit me up on my website or on social media. Just PM me at drterrallon.com or just PM me here. What else can I tell you? Yeah, and just because I am a physician at heart, please get vaccinated if you can. And for those of you who have not gone back for your second shot, make sure you are keeping up with the date to go back for your second shot. Many of us are forgetting to go back for our second shot. And remember, for those of you who are not, excluding those who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, but for those of us who did not get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, remember you have a 2-shot series. And if you missed the date, please contact your local medical provider to see what you need to do then. But you are not fully vaccinated unless you have both vaccines. So thank you all. Continue to wash your hands, be vigilant, wear your mask indoors, and be safe. And I hope to get back to seeing many of you in person soon. I'm very excited about what the future holds. I feel very blessed to have your support. And thank you. You can shoot me any questions here. They aren't coming through StreamYard, so I apologize if you had some and I didn't see them. I'll answer them on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube as they come through. Love you guys and be well. Be good to yourselves and be good to others. Bye.